Water quality woes, a solution to Hamilton's water quality problems. Our twofold strategy we propose will reduce pressure on Hamilton's wastewater treatment plant by focusing on household water conservation and changing the behavior of Hamilton's residents. The price of water in the city of Hamilton is extremely low. From their home tap, individuals can refill a water bottle 200 times for only 50 cents. Due to this mispricing of water, people tend to have the perspective that water is unlimited and unaffected by careless use.
Our approach will make use of modifications towards the behavior of Hamilton residents as well as the equipment in their households. Together, these will result in a conservation of water. The following modifications will be discussed in more details throughout this presentation.
The first method will focus on installing equipment to improve the already existing equipment to better conserve water. Individuals have a greater inclination to change their behaviors if it works to their benefit. Thus, installing a water meter that will tax residents on overconsumption of water will be worthwhile. Since all residents of Hamilton, including commercial and institutional organizations, pay a fixed monthly charge based on the size of their water meter, and also a volumetric charge based on the amount of water they use each month, the new meters would initially apply cap at 10% below the average water usage per zone type. For example, Canadians use an average of 329 liters per day, which equates to roughly 10,000 liters a month. In a 4-person home, the cap on the water meter would be set at roughly 30,000 liters, and every additional cubic meter of water would cost $6.50.
A water meter can also be used as a means to check for leaks in household pipes by comparing past and present water bills. Improving the existing pipes on the interior and exterior of your home can also conserve water. In developed countries, leaks are the major cause of household water loss and should be managed to prevent great losses of water. For instance, mending leaks in your toilet can prevent 1,000 gallons of water from being lost. This can be further applied to pipes connected to sinks, washing machines, dishwashers, and hoses. Finally, the previously discussed water meter can monitor for leaks in your interior and exterior pipes. By reading the water meter prior to and preceding a 2-hour time period where no water was being consumed, the meter should read the same, and if it does not, this is indicative of a leak.
Installing rain barrels allows for the collection of rainwater, which can be reused by the residents of Hamilton on their lawns and in their gardens. Watering lawns and gardens can account for up to 50% of household water use. When watering your lawns and gardens, it is important that the residents of Hamilton are aware that deep soaking your lawn is in fact more effective than a light sprinkle. This is because you want to allow the water to sink down below the roots. A light sprinkling just evaporates quickly and results in shallow root systems.
Also, when watering your lawns and gardens, it is important to do this at times of the day when evaporation is low, this being early morning or late afternoon. Both of these rules result in fewer failures in water consumption. Furthermore, watering your lawn and gardens is expensive for your utility bill, pollutes local lakes, rivers, and watersheds, and is wasteful in terms of conserving a finite resource. Installing rain barrels and implementing other methods exterior to the home that conserve water should thus be encouraged by the residents of Hamilton. For example, putting a layer of mulch around your gardens and trees will slow the evaporation rate and retain rainwater for a longer period of time.
Another method to our approach will encourage citizens of Hamilton to change their behaviors on water consumption and to work together as a community to decrease consumption from the comfort of their homes. To do this, public service announcements will be advertised throughout the city of Hamilton, which will stress the importance of water conservation and how people can implement changes within their households. Advertising campaigns can have a significant impact on reducing water consumption. This approach will also encourage the purchase of the necessary devices to help reduce water consumption through the promotion of incentives. In Hamilton, 65% of total household water consumption comes from the bathroom. Therefore, this approach will strategically target this area of the household.
The first method of our approach will focus on the instalment of a dual flush or low flow toilet in the bathroom. A regular toilet can waste up to 20 litres of water per flush, whereas a low flow toilet only uses 6 litres of water, which allows for more efficient water consumption and significant household savings. Another method which will focus on the instalment of a low flow shower head that has the ability to reduce consumption by 3.1 litres per minute. In addition to the efficient shower head, citizens will have access to a device that enforces users to set a compulsory timer for the amount of time the water is running, with a maximum of 15 minutes. Once that allotted time is up, the water will automatically turn off. The final method will publicly advertise information about additional ways in which individuals can participate in water conservation from their home. For instance, setting your dishwasher and washing machine to the shortest cycle, turning your kitchen and bathroom taps off when not absolutely needed, and using less water outside in your gardens.
At first, the transition to this approach may be inconvenient and expensive for the residents of Hamilton. To compensate for these potential barriers, incentives will be implemented in order to encourage the participation of the community in benefiting the entirety of the city through water conservation. Based on annual household incomes, this approach will cut household water bills by 10 to 30% per month for 1 year. The reduction chosen is a reasonable incentive to encourage people to invest and ensure that lower income households have more accessibility in purchasing the previously mentioned devices due to the reallocation of money. In addition, using significantly less water per month will result in long-term savings.
Our strategy requires a combination of modifying household equipment and encouraging behavioural changes. It results in long-term water conservation as well as economic savings, and provides the public with information on water conservation and how to make a significant difference in the city. Therefore, with the implementation of this approach, Hamilton residents have the ability to significantly reduce pressure on Hamilton's wastewater system.